Hey, Melanie Beckler here. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 key things that I think you should know about this major energy coming in with the July Full Moon Lunar Eclipse happening on July 16th at about 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is a big time of transformation. This is the culmination of the present eclipse cycle, which means there's a tremendous influx and opportunity to align with and embody more of the divine truth of you. But that embodiment is made possible by letting go of the blockages and fears and insecurities that are weighing you down and holding you back. So let's get right into this. The first thing that I think you should know is that this is a time of simultaneously recognizing and seeing the big picture as to what's possible for you here in this life as an embodied divine being in physical form, getting glimpses and ahas about the big picture, your mission, your purpose, and even just big dreams about what you could accomplish in your life. And then simultaneously being acutely aware of where you are now, in terms of your limitations, your negative patterns, your draining habits, your insecurities and fears that you're aware come from your past and who you've been in the past. And that could be past lives where you have karmic issues unfolding, or it could just be this life, the previous version of you in this life, and the traumas that you went through, the past challenges that you maybe repressed or suppressed or buried that are still playing out in a way in your present, and how you're limited and how you choose to respond to present opportunities and also challenges. So being aware of all of this to varying degrees around this full moon is the opportunity to first, in terms of the big picture in your mission, don't push away or doubt that you can accomplish what your heart and what spirit are revealing to you just because of where you are now and where you've been. This is a time of revealing what's standing in your way. So don't get caught up on, oh my gosh, I have all these big blockages, I'm never going to be able to accomplish what I really set out to do here as a soul. Clear and release that, and trust that spirit and the universe and the infinite are conspiring with you. You're not alone in that big mission. You are divinely guided and supported by spirit, by your team of guides and angels, and also by many other earth angels and ascended beings and high frequency beings who are in physical form. We all together are doing incredible work to raise the vibration of the planet. So remember that you're not alone, and just leave space for the possibility of you blossoming into embodying more of your divine truth. Leave space for the possibility of the voice of your soul and your higher self becoming the prominent internal voice you hear. What if you did 90% of the time hear the voice of your higher self, and only 10% of the time you heard that lower voice of fear and insecurity and ego? Just let that be a possibility for right now, and love what reveals itself to you in terms of what you still have to deal with and resolve, and send love to yourself, nurture yourself, and do the work to heal what is coming up that's tied to the past in the present to empower you in the future. So this brings us to the second key thing that I think you should know about this full moon eclipse, and that is it's a supercharged time for release, for letting go, for clearing your energy, for having revealed to you, for the universe revealing to you what it is that you need to let go of, change, shake up, and clear. So there's a lot of clearing for a lot of people, myself included, not perfect, still human, still going through my own stuff. A lot of clearing happening at the level of the sacral chakra and root chakra, the core wounds around being human, around security, around clearing past trauma, around how you connect and relate to others. So there may be insecurity because you want to be seen a certain way, and yet there are still challenges that you're dealing with. So there's lower chakra healing happening, and the opportunity is there to keep your heart open, to allow your heart to connect you with the inner wellspring of infinite divine light, and let that crystalline diamond light fill up the column along your core, flowing down into your lower chakra centers to transmute lower negativity and energy in order for those lower centers to blossom, so that you have a strong foundation to build upon, and so that you feel comfortable in your own skin and can begin to show up in the world embodying more of your divine light and truth. For me and for others in scanning the field, I know that there's also a lot of ancestral clearing going on. Many of us as starseeds chose to incarnate into certain family lines that have a lot of trauma, that have divine masculine or divine feminine patterns playing out through that family line that don't serve, that are massive blockages in the flow of balanced divine masculine and feminine. And so this may be you. You may be here. A huge part of your purpose may be to heal that ancestral patterning. And the way that you do that is, of course, in the present moment now, creating the space to embody more and more of your light, of your higher self and divine truth by, again, loving what arises, facing what arises, not trying to suppress or bury emotions that appear. Stay neutral to them. You don't need to dive into them and get tossed around in the storm. Stay neutral, breathe, ask yourself, what is this telling me? What is this revealing to me about what I really want at an emotional level, at a soul level? And then fill yourself up with light. Let the light push out what no longer serves, and release and let it go. Release over to the angels and into the light. I just got the message. You can call in the violet flame of transmutation to transmute and release lower fears, insecurities, worries, densities, distortions. Release, clear into the light of the violet flame, according to divine will, for the highest and greatest good. Okay, the third key thing about this full moon lunar eclipse is that this is a watery, emotional time. And so remember that you can have freedom from lower emotions when you return to neutrality in the present moment, not latching on to emotions that arise, but rather allowing yourself to observe them and allowing the emotion to pass through like a storm. And so when a strong emotion arises, become aware of it and tune into it, but rather than engaging with it or judging yourself for having it or thinking you're not spiritual because you're angry or frustrated, just breathe and feel that emotion and allow it to circulate through you. Breathe And through this, you're able to let it go, or more clearly, allow the emotional storm to pass. Strong emotions that come up around this time may be revealing to you some unconscious emotional needs. So just pay attention to what are your emotions trying to tell you. Is there some area that you're not taking care of yourself in? Are you needing more introspective time? Have you been go, 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 and your emotions are coming up telling you, just be for a little bit, do a meditation, go within, and have a little bit of a downtime in order to create an opening for the higher light to fill you. So for you or for your loved ones, emotions may be strong around the full moon. Be patient with yourself and others, and remember that you can return to a place of observing and neutrality to allow emotional storms to pass through. Okay, the fourth important thing to keep in mind this full moon eclipse is that it's immensely powerful to take the time to go inward, to drop down from your mind into your heart and enter in. Keep moving your awareness into your heart center to empower your heart chakra to activate and awaken. As you move your awareness within into the center of your heart unlocks and your energy is able to open. This empowers you to embody more of your higher self. And you can actually relax and sit in a meditative position and ask, I call forth my highest divine self to embody through me now, and feel and envision your higher self stepping forward, stepping in from all around you, strands of light entering in, raising your vibration, reconnecting you in this present point in time with your higher self. And then from that perspective, from the perspective of your highest divine light and your highest self, how do you view your present situation? Suddenly, that voice of fear and insecurity is no longer overriding the possibility for you to accomplish your dream. Your higher self knows that your true heart's calling and desires are possible for you. So return to that perspective. And if you can't quite get there, just observe and stay in neutrality, which also allows higher downloads and divine guidance to flow through to you. All right, finally, the fifth thing that I think you should know about this full moon eclipse is that this is a time of big revelations. So I've already talked about creating the space for the higher light to fill you by clearing out and letting go of what no longer serves, by returning to your heart center, by quieting your ego mind and tuning into the perspective of your higher self. When you do that, don't be surprised if you get downloads, ahas, flashes, information about the big picture of why you're here as a soul, as a divine being in physical form, and what your mission, what your purpose, what that next level looks like for you. You may not see everything, you may just see the next step. Be open to allowing your joy and love, your creativity, and that inner voice of guidance, that inner voice of higher wisdom to be the prominent guiding force in your life. So when the ego voice is chiming in with doubt and worry and fear, it's okay that that's there. That's a part of being human, but it doesn't have to be the part of you that's behind the wheel. It's time to accept that lower, fearful part of you, but let it sit in the back seat and let your higher divine self take center stage in your life, in your creation, in your manifestation process, to take the wheel of the steering wheel of where you're driving your life in terms of fulfilling your soul purpose one step and one moment at a time. And so on and around the full moon, stay present, stay aware, and remember that deep down you do know how to shift back into alignment with that higher divine truth of you. So I actually channeled an incredible higher self meditation for the full moon. It's not quite ready because I just channeled it today. So as soon as it's ready, I will put it in the description below, but you can also join my email list and I'll email when it becomes available. So this is very powerful if you want that guided meditation to help you, or just consciously and deliberately clear your mind and let your mind fill with golden light. Open your heart and let your heart fill with light. Tune in to your abdomen will center and let that fill with light. Tune into the core of light along your spine, opening up your ability to directly embody more of the divine being you are. Allow your higher self to step forward, to brightly shine through you, and let that perspective of your higher divine being lead the next steps you'll take in your life. Because ultimately this eclipse energy of transformation is assisting you in showing up as this, as more of the divine being you are. So become aware of what's out of alignment with that. Let go, release what you can, return to love, return to presence, and let your higher divine light shine through. Okay. I hope this was helpful for you. Happy full moon, happy eclipse. I love, honor, and appreciate you. If you liked this video, give this video a thumbs up. Comment below with at least a heart or a smiley face or something. I love hearing from you. And then I will see you in the next video. If you've not already subscribed here on YouTube, be sure to do that. I love, honor, and appreciate you exactly as you are now, exactly who you've been and all you've been through, and who you are becoming, embodying the divine truth of you. Okay, bye for now.